everybody. California is canceling their Democratic presidential primary. Many think it's COVID related, but really the governor thinks people only have one vote for Biden in them and he doesn't want them to waste it. Let's start the show.
In a cabin going crazy cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine. We've been quarreling, we've been snarling, oh my darling wife of mine. It's a toilet paper zombie apocalypse, so we're here in quarantine.
Hello and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. That way you can make sure your stream is solid and prepare your home to be quiet, except for laughing and clapping, of course. Facebook and Instagram sometimes chime when you get a message. These chimes are audible to everyone in the Virtual Comedy Show, so please turn off notifications and all other sounds on your device. Don't know how? Google it. That's why you're here 15 minutes early. Though we love kids and pets, a comedy club is not a good place for them. They don't understand the need for quiet, and the jokes are not intended for them, especially cats. No sense of humor at all. Please, no pets or kids at the Virtual Comedy Show. Please don't heckle or chat at your table. It's more fun for you if you can hear others laugh, and more fun for others if they can hear you laugh. So keep your mic on and laugh all you like. But with 100 mics on, we may hear coughing or barking dogs or screaming babies or attacking zombies. And this can easily drown out the comedian. Please place your phone or other device 6 feet from you so we don't hear every breath you take. And mute your device if your area becomes filled with noisy zombie dog babies. And once you vanquish those zombies, unmute yourself. If you're not sure how, ask us via the chat system, aka typing, and we will help you. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. We've all been in our pajamas for weeks. No one will judge your hair, we promise. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our strange quarantine world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Brent Terhune!
Live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell!
Hello, everyone! How are you? It's Brad. Your mics are back on. Thank you for coming. The opening, that is the best it's ever gone. I have a feeling a lot of people are waiting to come in till after last week's 10 minutes of audio problems. So it's good to see everybody. Welcome to election 2020, the race to senility. Because, man, we got two seniles. So I did the Joe Biden joke up front. So here's my other joke. So Joe Biden announced that he will be choosing a female running mate. Applause for that. Joe has not said how he will narrow down the field, but the prospective candidates hope Biden doesn't go with what he calls the sniff test. All right, good. Oh, by the way, after he announced the VP job requirement, the press caught up with a dress shopping Hunter Biden. He gets jobs first. Okay, are the mics on? Are the mics on? So, by the way, I do want to say this. You know, a lot of controversy last week. Say what you want about President Trump suggesting the injection of disinfectant and shining UV lights into the lungs. I am just proud, at least, that there's finally some kind of GOP replacement for Obamacare. Yeah. Oh, great. Okay, well, that's all the political I've got. So, by the way, the biggest mystery, did you see this, is North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un. Is he alive? Is he dead? Raise your hand if you think he's alive, everybody. I'm looking at you now. Raise your hand if he's alive. Raise your hand if you think he's dead. Well, you would be wrong. He is very much alive. And matter of fact, it has just been announced that the glorious leader is in such good shape, he'll be starring in a movie this year, Weekend at Bernie's 3. See, Bernie was dead.
Right.
I love it. So good. By the way, this is really off topic. At the University of Oxford, 2 biblical scholars have found an ancient copy of the first Apocalypse of James, a new book of Jesus Christ, the Apocalypse of James. It includes an account of Jesus's lessons to his brother, which is amazing. The main lesson is called Stoppest thou hitting thyself? Stoppest thou hitting thyself? By the way, did you see some of last week's protesters of the shelter-at-home orders are now coming down with COVID-19? Now, I do not believe in telling them I told you so. I believe in screaming it from half a mile away inside a hazmat suit. Did you see that today, in Michigan, the Michigan United for Liberty group, better known as MUL, they stormed the State House with rifles and automatic weapons. Can you believe it? In response, Colin Kaepernick said, "Wait, what?" Okay, nobody cares about that.
You got to say his name right.
How do you say it?
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, next week you're going to get it perfect. It's going to be amazing.
No, I don't do the sports. I don't get the sports. Although, okay, speaking of sports, so people have been asking me about doing entertainment like news. So I went to TMZ's site to find some jokes to tell, and I realized I don't know anybody in entertainment, or I don't know who's famous anymore. I mean, is Paris Hilton still a thing? No. The answer is no. So I found two people I actually know, and one is sports related. So quarterback and man with the personality of a half-drugged tree sloth, Jay Cutler, y'all know him, is divorcing his wife, reality personality, Kristen Cavallari. I hope you know who that is. They announced via Instagram that their marriage was over, and he was tired of having to wear the Tom Brady mask when they had sex. The couple have 3 kids, by the way, and they are both arguing. This is the big argument between the two of them. They're both saying that each one, they are the main parent, and that the other parent is rarely around to raise the kids. So the courts are going to decide, and they're going to do it with a contest to see which of them can name their kids and match their names with their face. Sadly, though, they both have only recognized Lupe the nanny 100% of the time. I like that, too. By the way, full disclosure, while I'm talking about this, Jay is from where? Does anyone know where Jay is from?
Do not know.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Wow.
Where my wife and family, we lived for 15 years. Now, they do have to decide in the divorce who will get the valuables, what valuables Kristen will take, and which of her friends he will continue to sleep with. I like that one, too. Okay, what else? Oh, one more, and then, Steve, you're going to take over. Are you ready?
Oh, sure.
Okay, one more. On SNL, Pete Davidson complained that Colin Jost gets to be quarantined with actress Scarlett Johansson while he is stuck in his mother's basement. But anyone who saw Pete's comedy special would call this the world righting itself. Because it was horrible.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got an amazing show. We have a great man. Here we have right now is this man, Steve Goodie, everybody. Let's
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Brad. That was great. I love when Brad says, I'm going to get off topic, when I didn't realize there was a topic.
There's no topic. Fun.
And now we're going to do a little top 10 list. We've been doing this every week to great aplomb, and I don't know what that means. Tonight's topic is top 10 things to do while on hold with my bank waiting for information about my stimulus check. You may have noticed this is the longest category title we've had so far, and I'm pretty pleased that it fits on the screen. It's the top 10 things I've done while on hold with the bank waiting for information about my stimulus check. Number 10, watch The Irishman with all the commentaries. Number 9, mow the lawn with an eyebrow tweezer. You can hold your applause till the end if you want.
That's a drum roll.
Number 8, oh, okay. Eat my weight in red pickled eggs.
Oh, God.
I know.
What the hell is that?
I know. I have a housemate who's been experimenting with the cooking. Anyway, this is the top 10 things to do while on hold with my bank looking for info on my stimulus check. Number 7, work on a little stimulus of my own, if you know what I mean. Number 6, calculate the cumulative value of my organs. Okay, not everybody's. Number 5, make a voodoo doll for every nitwit in Washington.
That's going to be a lot of them.
It's a lot of work.
436 voodoo dolls.
I got time. And it's not just Congress. Oop, what happened there? Did we go backwards? I don't want to go backwards. Okay, number 4. Barf my weight in red pickled eggs.
Oh, God.
It's a callback and it's a callback. All right.
Yes.
Number 3. Watch 200 hippos type the full works of Andrew Lloyd Webber. This is the top 10 things I've done while on hold with the bank waiting for information about my stimulus check. Number 2. Solve Rubik's Cube using one toe. And the number 1 thing I've done while on hold with my bank looking for information on my stimulus check, self-publish my new book, Cooking with Lysol. Yeah.
Okay, I think number 2 is a little racist. I have a Chinese friend called One Toe, and that's incredibly racist.
You do not either.
I don't want to hear that kind of thing before. So
hey, you stay on topic, mister.
That was good. That was good. So you should tell me before so I can send some that you might like too.
Sometimes I do. Actually,
go.
I composed that one with our friend Amanda Cohen at 3 a.m. on Facebook, and the ideas just popped out so quick. We thought, why bother Brad with this? Let him sleep.
And his suck anyway, so it doesn't matter. But,
that's what Bob said. That is not what I said. That is strictly Bob.
Are red pickled eggs really a thing?
They are. You want to see one? I can get one out of the refrigerator.
Yeah, come back and show it to us later. Just you can go away now, because right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to actually start the show. We have a comedian that is going to be here today, and I am thrilled that he's actually here. He doesn't know this, but he was starting out, and he was one of my favorite guys to ever work with. He started emceeing when I was middling, and then he started headlining when I was middling, and that will continue for the near future and for the rest of my life. So he also is probably one of the brightest and innovative comics of today. He really is. He's a viral star, and he also has in his immensely popular podcast. It's called Field Trip with Brent Terhune. He is so strong that I get to say his name twice. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see him right here. Is he there? Brent Terhune's room.
Yay!
Hey! I had to make a grand entrance, everybody. So good to be here in my own home. I'd rather be here than anywhere else. Last time, Brad, I think I saw you actually stay at your house. So
yes,
happy to be here with clean sheets. I'm just joking. Thank you for having me, Brad. I'm coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I do shows in weird places. And normally I would say this is one of them, and it is because it's the first show I've ever done from home. And I am business casual from the waist up, and you don't need to know from the waist down. But shows in weird places. I did a show at this dance club. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. I don't like to dance. Like the lady running the show, she was like, why don't you shake what your mama gave you? I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to shake scoliosis and a low self-esteem. So anybody else got the osis? Just me? Okay, good. I'm a lazy guy too. I try not to be lazy. Like, have you guys ever noticed the more dirty dishes you have, the bigger the spoon you'll use? Like, I'll use I'll do the dishes and use a normal spoon, but then a week later I'm eating Lucky Charms with a ladle out of the crock pot. Same thing with the cups. I go through the regular glasses and the plastic cups and the coffee cups. Next thing you know, I'm drinking Mountain Dew out of a wine glass. Oh, this is a pretty good year for the dew. It pairs well with these pizza rolls. And then somebody's like, "Are you drinking out of the measuring cup?" I'm like, "I've had 64 ounces of water today. So why don't you back off, Judgy?" Sometimes I've been known to overeat like all the time, and I'll go through the drive-through and order like enough food for 2 people, but it's just for me. So I still pretend like it's for 2 people because I'm ashamed of myself. Like, let me get 2 burrito supremes, and what did she want? 2 more burrito supremes, extra sour cream. She's a fatty. Extra on mine too. She likes it on mine. So the guy at the window knows what's going on. The guy working the speaker, he's like, "What do you want to drink?" I'm like, "I'll have a bottled water, thank you." He's like, "What does she want to drink?" I'm like, "She wants Mountain Dew if we're going to play this game, sir." I think, you know, a lot of jokes about food. I think the word pizzeria sounds weird because pizzeria sounds like something you get when you eat bad pizza. I was in the grocery store for this next joke, and the lady in front of me had a gallon of white milk, nothing else on the conveyor belt. So I put my chocolate milk behind hers, and she gave me a look and then put that divider thing in between our food. And I was like, I thought we were past this. The dude behind me had a jar of salsa, so I'm like, don't trust that lady. Don't do that. She's evil. But the same trip to the grocery store I was in, it was around the holidays. I always wait to the last minute. I'm standing in the line, and the line was so long that it stretched back into one of the aisles. So I'm standing in the adult diaper section, and I'd never been there before, but I know eventually I will. So I started doing my research, and they had the brand of adult diapers that everybody knows, and that one was called Depends. But the store brand right next to Depends, that one was called Certainty. That guy should get a raise. He's going to keep me from ruining my pants? Certainly. How about these? Depends. I'm like, look, I got pizzeria. I need something good. Call back for a home comment. Okay, that's a fake applause. I don't need that, but thank you very much. It's flattering. Stand-up is not my dream job. Not right now, definitely. Stand-up is not my dream job. Actually, before this, I was a substitute teacher for a day. It was a half day, but my dream job, this is true, I've always wanted to be a Bigfoot hunter, and that's the only career you can tell your parents you want to pursue, and they're like, whoa, maybe you should stick with comedy. Don't you want some stability in your life, son? There's a show on TV right now called Finding Bigfoot. It's been on for 9 years. They've never found one Bigfoot. I want that kind of job security. If I told 50 jokes and 5 are funny, I would get booed off the stage. But if you find no Bigfoot over the course of 9 years, they give you a season 10. And they know everything about Bigfoot, too. If you've ever seen the shows, they know everything about Bigfoot except for where he lives. They know what Bigfoot sounds like because they yell it into the woods hoping he's going to answer back like it's Marco Polo. Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Oh, he's mad tonight. Let's pack it up, boys. Oh, I just stepped in some squat scat. Sorry. And they always find evidence on these Bigfoot shows that's not real evidence. They're always like, oh, we found some footprints. I'm like, that says Skechers. But I like Bigfoot shows, but I also like ghost hunting shows, and I realize what you're thinking. That's the same show, and I know that. Ghost hunting is just Bigfoot hunting indoors. That's all that is. They're walking around, and they have the same scenes in every ghost hunting show. They're walking around. They're like, not really getting anything over here. Beep, beep. Oh, man, this wall is super spooky right about here. But then you look closer, it's just a stud finder. Apparently there's a ghost every 16 inches in this room if we're up to go. That's going to be it from me. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Brent Terhune. Let me ask you a couple of questions real quick before you go. Question number one is, so did you get married in October, or did that not happen, or what happened?
Yeah, I got married in October. She's in the other room, and we've been stuck together for a month and a half, and we are still happy. So far, so good.
That is amazing, because obviously, like most comics, she figured you'd be gone a lot.
And I did too, and surprisingly, we click. No, it's going great. So yeah, nothing's going on really. We've watched everything. So that's what we've been doing.
What you're doing? Podcasts? Are you doing any other shows or stuff?
I did one of these just last night. I'm always trying to make videos, and Steve and I were talking before the show started. My wife and I actually did an episode of my podcast called "Scary Stuff to Show Your Kids," and I don't know if you can see, but
Yeah, it's all Chucky,
big,
man. Jeez.
Yeah, Chucky. That's my wife's stuff. So this is actually a very interactive green screen. It's crazy how realistic this is. But my wife and I are big horror fans. So we did, it was, stuff to show your kids like Goosebumps and Nightmare Before Christmas, kind of like the stuff that you would show them before you show real horror movies.
But who are you not going to call?
Not Ghostbusters.
That's right.
That scene in Ghostbusters
Too
right
scary.
at the beginning when the ghost is stacking the books still scares me.
And what is your favorite Halloween album of all time?
Oh, yours, Brad. Whatever it's called.
You can't remember the name of it.
Vampire's Ball. It's the Vampire's
That's
Ball.
right, Vampire's Ball. I know. Oh my God! So
and we actually played one of your songs at our wedding, by the way. So.
Oh,
wow.
what'd you play?
I don't remember. It was the werewolf one.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I wrote that one. And Steve obviously does all the music. I just wrote it and handed it to him, and then it came out. But that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm crying a little bit.
I don't think I've ever had a song of mine in someone's wedding. And that's so weird because I've written so many inbreeding songs here in Tennessee and never one. Not even one.
Well, my sister wife really appreciates it, Steve.
Thanks.
I brought you up on the screen while you were saying inbreeding, Steve. That's beautiful. So hey, do you have a song of any type you want to do, or?
Well, I was going to do a song after Brent does his other thing, as you recall.
What? No, you have a song after? No, I don't know what you're talking about, but do some. You're going to do something.
I'll do something else. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Let's do this. In case anybody has a request, I thought we should try this. If anybody wants to request a song of mine, I will take the request and then maybe even play it. So does anybody have one that they haven't heard in a long time that they think would fit in really well with this nonsense we're doing here? Okay, nobody's saying anything, so I'll just do this. Since we're talking about movies and stuff, I am a Nashville songwriter, and my friend John Trentis, another Nashville songwriter, he and I were asked by a music supervisor friend of his. She asked, do you guys have any songs about cockroaches? And we looked at each other and said, well, we have a lot of songs that have cockroaches in them, but we don't have any song that is dedicated to cockroaches. So we wrote this, and this movie is supposed to come out at the end of last year, and then it's supposed to come out at the end of this year. So look for it around Christmas 2027. And it's pretty exciting. Hey, Brad, can you tell me who played Brad in the original Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes, I can. And he's he was the mayor in Spin City.
That's right. Can you remember his name?
And oh yes, I know it. And oh man, Meatloaf is in it.
That's right.
Does anyone else talk? It's go ahead.
I can't remember his name either. Anyway, he's in this movie. It's a radioactive cockroach from outer space movie, and we wrote the most gross song we could from the point of view of the cockroach. In your kitchen, in the middle of the night, better think twice before you turn on the light. We don't mean no harm, we don't want to offend me and 700 of my closest friends. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stomp on me, Mom, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. It's a sing-along, so when I get to the chorus, you can sing along. Should have done dishes, but you left them in a pile, getting pretty furry for quite a long while. All that crap that you meant to throw away, for me and my friends, it's Thanksgiving Day. Nobody loves the roach. Take it, Brad.
Nobody loves the roach.
Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Here's the third verse. We were here when you were up in the trees. We'll still be around long after you leave. You're top of the food chain, we're at the bottom. Don't stomp the roach, man, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Nobody loves the roach. Let me hear you in the back. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach.
Yay, Steve, everybody. That was beautiful.
I'll give you a hint, Brad. Barry. Remember Barry?
Barry Boswick.
That's the guy.
Yes.
Barry Bostwick.
Good job.
I got it. Oh my God. Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you.
My mind is, I was almost going to ask the thing outside that you say her name. So, by the way, before we move on, a few people had asked me, and I don't even know if they're signed in to see this, about I had a test on Monday. I got a cystoscope and a prostate scan.
Ick.
And it isn't nearly as fun as you think it's as it sounds. So, but I'm just going to tell you that I'm not going to go through the whole thing. If you want to hear the entire talk about it, because men, if you have any problems whatsoever, go get these tests done. It will save your life and your health. So if you want to hear the whole story, go listen to the 1,000 Marriage Questions show from yesterday.
What's the website for that?
Virtualcomedyshow.com. You can get everything there. You can get
Oh,
Steve there, me there, everything there. Everything is there. So first of all, it was amazing because it's very medical. And what they do is they push you in to a real surgical center, and they cover up every part of your body except that part of your body. I had a mask on. It was like a real Saw film. I felt like I was in the film Saw. Well, and it reminds me too, because men, we complain about this stuff, but women go through so much more than we do. I remember many years ago, my wife the gynecologist went, and he wanted me in the room at the time when they did that. And I was like, no. And he goes, no, the husband should be in there. And I said, no, he shouldn't. And then, so I go in, and it's me and my wife alone in the room. And it's just like with me, except they're in this stirrup thing that a doctor didn't invent the stirrup thing. A porn-loving, rodeo-riding idiot made this chair for women. I'm not in this thing, by the way. So it's just the same thing. It's my wife totally covered in like a burqa, except just that part of her body open, and I'm already uncomfortable. And then this guy I don't even know walks in. Not that a guy I do know would have been better. That's not hey, it's you, Bob. Hey, come on in. What do you think? Woo!
Have you met the missus?
Have you met the missus? Here she is. Talk it up. So, and it's not sexual in any way. Don't take that. And the thing I did wasn't sexual in any way, and neither was hers. But it's just it was so odd because they're standing over me, and everybody in the room was so cordial. And the second unhappiest, there was one woman that was the second unhappiest person in the room. I would be the first. And I just couldn't find, why was she so grumpy? And then I realized she was the one that was doing the rectal thing. So I guess maybe she wasn't liking her job that day, or just didn't like what she was looking at. So she just was very grumpy. So then they do the weirdest thing. You're all exposed down there, and they hold over you. A girl, a young nurse, holds her hands over you with a cloth right over the top of your part of your body. And another one takes this iodine stuff and squirts it all over, and it just goes over like a chocolate fountain over her hands, all over me, and just she squeezes it. It's really wild. And then she just starts rubbing it. It really, I'm not going to say what it made me. So anyway, sick. So anyway, it was gross and doing all that. And then this guy, he takes this thing, and as I think I said last week, it's a GoPro on a stick. And first though, they are going to shoot lidocaine from a big thing of gel into your urethra. And I thought, this is not going in there. It's all going to gurgle out. But nope, it goes right in. And you're like, okay, that is weird. So then he takes this big stick, and it doesn't hurt. I'm like, wait, he's putting this in. It doesn't hurt. And then he goes, okay, now it's going to hurt. And then it hurt. It hurt an incredible amount. And then he's telling me, and I'm watching. Now it's fascinating though. On the screen, I'm watching this thing go through my system, up through the prostate, into the bladder. It's hot. Now, guys, you can handle it though. I'm telling you, it's not so bad that you can't handle it if you have a problem. Then he's driving this thing like a 74 MG. I'm telling you, I'm watching him just do this, and then he whips his hand over like that so he can look at it. And I finally said, after about a minute, I said, it's time. I hope you've seen everything. And then he pulls it out, and then it was fine. The pain goes away, and everything was good after that. So I just wanted to let any man know, tell your husbands if they're having a problem. And by the way, everything's totally healthy. I have nothing else. My prostate is actually very small. The only reason I'm having trouble with peeing a lot is because my lifestyle. I drink 37 ounces of Diet Mountain Dew every 8 minutes. So I'm going to have to stop doing that up until midnight. Then I stop to try to sleep. and then I don't because I pee 50 times. Okay, so anyway, ladies and
That was some
gentlemen.
very good product placement, by the way. The Mountain Dew people are very pleased. Yeah, very nice.
Well, I think Brent before, I don't know where he is, but by the way, though, folks, I'm going to stop talking about that. By the way, go to our website, get our stuff, follow Steve and I on Spotify. Again, ask Alexa, ask Google every night before you go to bed to play Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie and let it play all night. So
you can turn down the volume. It's fine.
Yeah, turn down the volume to 1 and just let it play all night. And we will each make $1.10. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special guest, by the way. He is from, let me find, he's in a different place here. He is from Footlong, New York. He is the funniest hot dog in show business. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Coney Danza, everybody.
Yay! Yay! Good to be here. Man, how about Brent? Wasn't he hilarious? But, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coney Danza, and I'm from Footlong Island, New York. I've been in show business a long time. I got my start in the Vienna Beef Boys Choir. I come from a big family. We have 8 kids in my family. We're not Catholic. That's just how many come in a pack. I'm 30 years old, but I'm seven in hot dog years, thanks to the preservative. But my family, my dad, he's always one of those guys that had a stick up his ass. Granted, he was a corn dog, but come on, folks. Diverse background in the Danza family. I'm a quarter chicken, a quarter turkey, and a half African American. I'm what they call a light grill marked brother. At a Danza family reunion, we got a big family, like I said. It's a real sausage fest. Got a lot of Germans in our family. Those guys are the worst. They have really bad BO. It smells like their kraut's gone sour. Come on, everybody. Got a lot of Germans in my family. I got a cousin up in Alaska. He's a chili dog. All right. Got a cousin down in South America. Also a chili dog. Okay, folks. Look, I'm going to be frank with you. You should be relishing these jokes right now. And I'm not even supposed to be here. This is a Hebrew national holiday. So some of you must heard me wrong. So you better catch up because you're going to wish you would have laughed in hindsight.
God.
These are 100% jokes, folks. No filler, no lips and buttholes. These are all jokes, folks. And I got to be honest, you're starting to steam my buns. You know what steams my buns? Online dating. Don't you hate online dating? You know, you want to settle down with somebody. You want to have the house, the white picket fence, a couple little smokies running around. You want something real. You don't want one of these side dishes. I'm done with that, you know. So I hate online dating. You got all these apps. You got Plenty of Fish Sticks. You got Tenderizer. Folks, try send. I can't even message these women back. I got these big sausage fingers. All right, come on. I bought these on Amazon for one joke. I can't message these women back. You couldn't even send these women a selfie anymore without thinking you're trying to send them a picture of your kielbasa, if you know what I'm saying. And if we got to be honest with this online dating. You know, what happened to honesty? You ever get a picture from somebody and she's a hot little hamburger with lettuce and tomato, and you finally meet her in public. She's a triple cheeseburger with bacon. I was like, when was this picture taken, Becky? High school? The final thing, folks, that steams my buns. Don't you hate when you're at the gym running on the treadmill and somebody grabs your butt with a pair of tongs? That's the last time I work out at Speedway.
That's right.
So thank you, everybody. My name's Coney Danza, all the way from Footlong Island, New York. Good to be here, folks.
Oh, God. Coney Danza. Oh, my God. I love that so much. I love that. That was so good.
If I'd had any idea I would have had the hot dog song ready, but I had no idea.
Oh, you don't have the hot dog song ready?
I could do it, but we're out of time. We're all out of time.
We're out of time. We're done. Yeah, well, oh, you're back. Do you have something to say there, Coney? Let's go back to Coney.
Just going to take questions.
Oh, anybody have a question for Coney Danza?
Somebody think of one. It's very awkward.
So, what's the best way to heat you up?
To heat me up, this needs to be a clean show. You don't want me to start plumping in here, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Looking, folks, if you're going to be tipping on the apps or whatever, just make sure you give me Frank. So, but it was good to be here. So thank you guys for having me.
Oh man, so good, so good. Again, one more time.
Yay!
That guy, Coney Danza, he bought all of that to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a ball. This has been my favorite show of all times. And I got to tell you, we got one really special. Next week, by the way, Joe Marlotti's going to be here and Carla Ulbrich will be back. So please come back. And also, we've got one more exciting thing to do. And Steve, do that thing. And thank you very much.
Did you want the thing with the guitar or the thing without the guitar, Brad?
Just play the thing.
Oh,
play the thing.
Okay, I'll play the thing.
Yeah.
I got
play the thing.
What we're doing. Okay, hold on just a minute. I got to go through all my steps now.
You are kidding me. You have to go through all the steps. So
I was ready to do the other thing, and then you said do this thing. So okay, I got it.
Oh, well, do that thing.
Now
you can do what thing? Do this thing.
So well, and now it's a mess.
Yeah, you know what? We were fine. We were just in perfect shape.
Right, and this giant hot dog showed up, and all right, hang on.
I know. You know.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all of the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursdays.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with Milk-Bone, Spam, and Pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thanks, everybody. So amazing job, Brent. So good.
Brent says thanks.
Brent says thanks. Oh, does he? Does he do that in text? So
I'm just guessing.
Thank you, guys.
I'm putting this one on YouTube. This one was really, really fun. So you did a great job, sir.
Really bummed I missed Coney Danza, but I heard he was fantastic.
He was amazing.
Yeah, no, he was so much better than you.
He was tubular.
Yeah,
He was so great that I changed my shirt from my original performance. That's how good it was.
I know. You just felt like you couldn't live up to what was going on there. So that was really special. Are you doing that for the other? Did you do that for the other show too?
I did it just yesterday. It's I do it about every 3 years, so I have to relearn all my jokes. So I have them right in front of me, but you can't tell. It just came out so natural.
You bet your buns.
It did, actually. It did. My jokes I did are right in front of me, and they didn't come out natural. So that's like, although I wrote those in the last 2 days, so that's my joke. So, but man, I love this show, and I want to thank everybody for coming and stuff like that. So, is there anything else? Anybody want to ask any questions about anything? By the way, since we're still standing here.
Yeah, I have a question for Brent.
Hey.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to know if you put ketchup on your body when you pretend that you're having hot dogs. Do you start from the beginning?
Well, my wife is not in the room, so we can talk about it. But I usually do that when I'm not being the hot dog. So, and I'm a Heinz 57 kind of guy. So. The answer is yes.
You're Heinz 57. On your steak, your Heinz 57, really?
Yeah, in hindsight.
In hindsight, yes. I don't know if that was not it.
That was one of the jokes I did, Brad. So thanks for.
I know, I remember. But I was literally wanting to know if you did use Heinz 57. Some people do, some people don't.
I do, but I'm never like that glass jar guy because it seems like a big waste of time.
That's true. And I suggest stop eating meat. Okay, anybody else? Questions of any kind? Since we're all still here?
Will the YouTube link be on this page for this event, or on your
whatever page this is? I will put it on the virtualcomedyshow.com website. I will also, I'll put it on my page. Steve will put it up, but you can always go to virtualcomedyshow.com. I put everything there when it gets up. All right, just like all the other shows, all the other things that we're doing, we're all going to be there. So I just have to get it together. I did record it, Steve, so that's amazing.
So did I. So great. Awesome.
Yes, and we both actually have recorded the stupid show, so that's really nice. So, okay, well, then is that it? Are we done?
I think that's it.
Well, we're going to go have dinner. Steve?
You guys are awesome.
End this meeting since you have the power.
I'm ending the meeting, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Goodbye.